we've said a lot of nice things about Apple in the past few minutes. What is there to worry about?
Look, I think it was a great quarter, and as you all highlighted, the most notable things were their biggest businesses really firing on all cylinders. Services growing 24% against a year-over-year comparison of 24%. I think the worry had been, that services would slow significantly with tougher comps, and it's held in remarkably well. And it does appear that we are going to have another pretty good iPhone cycle on top of what was a pretty good iPhone cycle last year. So look, I think for the most part, this was really a reaffirming quarter for Apple investors. I think it's always important to think about what is on the other side, as you asked, John. And look, Apple's doing terrifically well in China. There's obviously tail risk geopolitically, but I think more practically, the question is, as competitors get their supply chains in better order, will there be more competition? Typically, Chinese consumers are quick to upgrade on new technical features. And we've had a 5G phone, and China has really embraced that. We've seen with other products before, they embrace very strongly for a concerted period, and then we have some slowdown. So the sustainability of China is certainly a question in my mind. I think regulatory will always be a question for the next several years around Google's payments to Apple's and around the App Store. But in general, look, I think these are things investors need to be cognizant of. But it was a very reaffirming quarter, I think, in terms of Apple's prowess in the marketplace.
Yeah, I'm thinking you mentioned Google. I'm recalling a note from August by you, Tony, where you had an estimate on what Google pays to be the default search engine on iOS, and you said it's not implausible that they could revisit that strategy. You still feel the same way?
Yes, I do, and the amount is, we think $15 billion last year, probably, closer to $19 billion this year. It's effectively all profit, so we're talking about almost 20% of the profits of Apple that are coming from, from these payments from Google, or double-digit percentage. So that's a really, really big number. And obviously, Google could have a change of course and say, look, our search engine is powerful enough that we don't need to be the default. People will pick us. Or the other risk is regulatory, where regulators say, we don't like this cozy relationship. It's in fact something that regulators have highlighted in their suit against Google in the US. We don't like this cozy relationship with Apple. You have to provide people with a choice. And if there'll be a choice, it's unclear Apple will collectively get paid $19 billion a year for people to be part of a choice screen on iPhones.